Hey everybody, I thought I would give you a little pre-order progress report on my early spring pre-orders. I've got all the saucers made. That's usually my warm-up for doing all the throwing of the quote-unquote real pots. But anyway, saucers are all down, and I've been making number 6 pots for a little bit yesterday and today to kind of work my way up to a larger size, a 12-pound pot. Usually I don't like to go to the big pots cold, because doing pre-orders, it's sort of a cycle of making pots very heavily for maybe 4 or 5 weeks, and then being in a cycle of doing all the firing and then packing and shipping and everything. So this is 12 pounds of clay, and I'm going to make a split rim scallop with some roping on it. It's one of the most popular pots that I make, and so we sometimes offer it for every pre-order, but like for the late spring pre-orders, I'm going to shake it up a little bit and bring in some new styles that I haven't done in a long time. But anyway, in centering 12 pounds of clay, it takes a little bit of muscle and control. I've got the clay on top of a masonite bat so that after the pot is thrown, I can lift it off easily. So first thing is to, after it's done, just open it up. And I'm going all the way down to the bottom to make a drainage hole, and then spread out the floor of the pot. And I'll give it some compression with my sponge to try and help with the overall strength of it. A lot of times it seems like if you use some compression in the bottom, it's less likely to end up with a bottom crack in drying or firing. And this is a process just called bringing it up. So I'm using just my hand on the inside and my knuckle with a sponge on the outside. And the sponge really just gives a little bit of extra lubrication to so that my hand glides across the clay while giving a lot of pressure, because I'm pushing on the inside and pushing from the outside. I always want to try and keep a minimum of water in the bottom, because water pooling in the bottom can also lead to bottom cracks in drying or firing. So that's probably the last pull I'll do with the sponge, and then I'll switch to the metal rib. So at this stage, I have to get it up a little bit taller than what I want the final height to be, because as it starts to widen out, the height will drop. And I've got a wooden pointer over here to tell me the point in space that will be the right height and diameter. So this is a stainless steel metal rib, one of the most important tools that I have. And I'm still distributing the clay upwards, but having the flat surface really gives a lot of stability and shape to the pressure I'm putting on it. I'm also going to, these have a split rim. This is about the time to put the split in the rim, and I'll be putting a roping pattern on the lower lip there. I've got my foot on the speed control because Speed is pretty important at this stage in particular. The pot can start to get a little bit of a wobble to it like you see there. And then my job is to get everything all tamed again and smoothed out. And I want to give it just the right shape to have a little bit of life to it. A little bit of movement to the line that comes up from the base. And you can see with my pointer here, I'm right out to where it's supposed to be. I've got these listed on the website as 12.5 inches wide and 10 inches tall. The measurements are always approximate because everyone's going to vary a little bit, but I've got this nifty shrinkage ruler. So the clay shrinks at about 12%, so I can measure out, here's about 12.5 at 12% shrinkage, so it's bigger than actual. And so when it comes out, that's the size it'll be. Actually, I wanted to do a little demo video today because the light coming in my window was so beautiful on the pots. So, pretty much got the shape to it. Now I'm going to put a little decorative coggle around it. This is a wooden coggle that I made, makes a little sort of dental pattern. And then I've got another coggle with roping impressed into it. I'm going to put roping on the rim and then smooth it out with a little brush. Then I'm going to put the stamps on. I've got this handy dandy line level glued to the top of the stamp so that I have a better shot at actually making the stamp look straight. And the number 12 indicates it's 12 pounds of clay. And then this is the Wakefield Handmade logo here, WH. And now I'm ready to do the scalloping, which sometimes goes well, or sometimes goes better than other times. This pointer is giving me a little problem here. So here we go with the scalloping. If I can keep the wheel going just exactly the right slow speed, I can get it all in one shot like this. So, there it is. Thanks for watching.